What's up? Got one person in here today so far, but I'm going to be unboxing all 10 of these new WWE action figures, Ultimate Editions and Elites. Got the complete wave of 115, including the Chase. And, what else do I got? Yeah, we're gonna bust some of this stuff open. Let's let a few people crowd in. What's up, Joe Cena? I'm going to be unboxing 10 figures today. Pretty massive haul. The viewership has not gone up. It usually goes up a little bit quicker than that. But oh well. I guess we'll go ahead and start. And since you're the only person in here, which figure do you want to see unboxed first? I have Solo and Balor on the sides that are Ultimates. I got the top picks Punk. I got the entire Elite wave of 115, including the Chase. So, which one are we unboxing first? CM Punk, which one? The 115 or the top picks? People starting to join in. We'll go ahead and start with the top picks. Yeah, we got the top picks. CM Punk right here. From his return at Madison Square Garden, where he defeated Dominic Mysterio. And I believe the story was that he had borrowed the gear from Cody because he didn't have his own gear or something along those lines. Which is weird. I don't know why Cody just had black trunks, but that is the story I had heard. Alright. I'm gonna pop CM Punk. Oh, gosh darn, he's got rubber bands all over him. There we go. CM Punk is out of the package now. Nice, nice. His hands also gotta come out of the package. I'm not made for this, guys. I don't have the strength. Alright, let's take a look at this. Full black attire CM Punk action figure. Alrighty. So we'll take the first look at him. Let's try to get that focused. Can I get that? There we go. Maybe. It doesn't. Maybe. Possibly. I'll hold him a bit further back. Alright. That is the Top Picks 2025 CM Punk Elite All Black Gear. Brand new head sculpt. I do believe it's also on the 115 and the upcoming February release of his Survivor Series return. But, that said, let's take off his shirt. So you'll notice the shirt is seamless, so it's a stretchy material. We will have to pry it around him. I'm going to take off the head to attempt to make it a little bit easier. And from here, just going to give it a little tug, stretch around the shoulder, keep on tugging so it doesn't fall back down the other shoulder, and stretch over the other shoulder like that. Oh boy, this is not as easy as I hoped. It's going to be an actual pain because these arms do not remove like the Ultimate Edition arms do. So it is easier than the Jimmy Uso Elite 114, however. And we'll go ahead and pop his head back on and take a look at him here. Entirely black attire, and I do think it looks rather clean. I like it. I could use this for like house shows. I could use it for, you know, the non-pay-per-view matches, and I rock with it. It's nice. And then he's also got his seamless shirt right here. It's a real nice stretchy material. It is slightly difficult to get off, but it comes off nonetheless. Check out his articulation. So, shoulder, it is not tight, thank the Lords. Elbow, also not tight. Goes 360. Head also goes 360. Once again, not tight on this side. Not tight. Beautiful. The ab crunch. It's not loose. He's got his swivel, which is kind of tight, but like not a bad tight. Type of tight where he's not a fidget spinner. The kick up, and he's going to need heat. This leg is giving me issues already. This leg is fine. I will not be tampering with that leg anymore until I heated him up, but CM Punk. And then he also comes with his mic holding hands. So the left and a right for the mic holding. And they do say drug free on them. And then he comes with fisted hands. Same thing, they say drug free. I'll go ahead and get the close up drug. I doubt it'll focus on that. But there is CM Punk nonetheless. And due to his intense heated rivalry, in contrast to CM Punk, I think next I'll go ahead and go with the standard Drew McIntyre. I gotta show off the box. It's a real simple box. I believe this is also his Royal Rumble gear. This is where he injured CM Punk. Yep, it says so on the box. An injured CM Punk, igniting an intense and bitter rivalry. Gonna slice this bad boy open. Anyone else here got new figures coming? Did your pre-order ship out by chance? Upcoming figures you're excited for? Questions, anything? Alright, let's check out Drew McIntyre. There we go, success. Alright, Drew McIntyre, right out the packaging. I was going to say box and packaging at once. Packaging, but anyway. He comes with his sword. I am very glad he dropped the whole sword thing in real life. That was extremely corny. But, let's take a look at the accessories, which includes the sword, so. And a rubber band that hurts when it snaps on me. Drew McIntyre right here. Up close, here's his sword. He comes with 2 mic holding hands and 2 clawing hands almost. And of course it's opposite on there. So his clawing hand is on his right from the box and he comes with the left one. And then opposite for the mic holding hands, or I guess in his case, sword holding hands. You turn him around to his butt cheeks. Let's check out those Scottish butt cheeks. Gonna pull off his skirt, kilt, anyway. That is off. And I do have his, one of his prior elites to compare it to. Wasn't a big fan of the prior elite due to it getting pretty loose over time. But I do think that it might be a good idea to compare and, I guess, see if this figure's an upgrade from the previous. I do need to attempt to find it though, so. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright. Let's take a look at this right here. We got, okay, so there is a, that's because of his loose ankles. I'm telling you, terrible. But he's clearly more tan on this side, which is unnecessary. He's not that tan as compared to this one. I do prefer this one already. The white pops a whole lot more than the blue, which is thankful. I thought this one was very bland. This one doesn't feel so bland. The butt cheeks, I believe, are both plain black. Yes, but the waistline is a little bit different. They have a different belt line. The head sculpt looks the exact same, just with a different paint job. Now, with these, you're in better shape than those figures. This is an extremely loose ankle, which was giving me problems, so I'm glad I could finally get rid of this Drew and bring in two other Drews. These ankles, let's check them out, make sure they're not stiff. Beautiful. Clicks into place, and same with this one. And then we can go ahead and check out the articulation. The head swivel does go all the way around, though the hair does make it difficult. Shoulder lift is nice. A little bit stiff on the way back down, but nothing that's going to break the figure. Nice on the elbow. Real nice on this side. And much smoother elbow or shoulder on that side as well. The ab crunch is just as the previous releases. And he could spin around like that. The leg is stiff. He will need the heater. Or the boiling water. So this leg's good though. The knees are nice. And then obviously we already saw the ankles, which also do this nice pivot, which I like now. And of course 360 on them. So we are 2 for 2 on the leg issue. I will need to heat up both these figures, which is unfortunate. But anyway, staying on the pattern, we're going to go right back to CM Punk. I used to collect them when I was younger, and man, one day I was so disappointed because when I moved out, my mom took them out. I was thinking it might be worth money. Could the older figures be worth anything, like vintage? They were from 2004. So my 2004 figures, when I had them like around that area, like 1999 to 2008, but made by Jack Pacific, they're not worth a lot unless they're in the box. If they're outside of the box, you can get them for like maybe $10 on eBay, Mercari. But inside the box, if you had any of them already in the box, left alone, even if the box is in somewhat damaged condition, then you could probably get a couple hundred. Anyway, let's hop into the Elite 115 CM Punk. This is from his Royal Rumble attire where he got injured by Drew McIntyre. Oh, there we go. On the back, for the first time in 10 years, the voice of the voiceless competed inside a WWE ring in a televised event at the Royal Rumble 2024. I think it's cool that we got the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk figures from the same match, which ignited their rivalry. And we're going to go ahead and bust this bad boy open. So the top picks had black X's on the hand, whilst the 115 here has blue X's on the hand. I'm gonna fight him out of the box. He can stand right there. I hope he doesn't go anywhere. There. And let's get him popping open. Am I having a flicker issue? It looks like my lights aren't lining up perfectly. Oh well. Anyway, here is CM Punk, Elite 115 from his Royal Rumble gear. And let's take off that shirt. This one is Velcro, so you don't gotta pry it off like the prior one. However, it means no logos on the back. It is ever so slightly difficult to get his sleeves around the elbow pad, but once again, you're not going to break the figure. It's just a slight inconvenience. There the shirt is. And let's take a look at CM Punk, and we can even compare it right now to a bunch of other CM Punks as I go. So, this is him right next to his top picks. Same new head sculpt, Old Man Punk. He's going to fall. My focus is going in and out right there. Apologies for that. It's pretty much the same figure, honestly, except for the decals and the elbow pad. There's no elbow pad on the top picks because he didn't wear an elbow pad. We can compare him to, this is the Straight Edge Society CM Punk with an Ultimate Edition head sculpt on it and the Elite 113 shirt. So it's kind of just all thrown together. Let's move him over to the side a bit and get that refocused. Let's see what my other punks are. Here is the new 115 Punk right next to the first CM Punk Elite back from the Pipe Bomb. And we'll do one last comparison depending on which figure I find next of CM Punk. There we go. Not fitting. This is the Elite 115 CM Punk right next to the Ultimate Edition Money in the Bank 2011 CM Punk from his match with John Cena. And we're going to check out the articulation of the 115. Nerd, I appreciate it. Elbow, and it lifts. Oh, is that even in frame? It's nice and smooth. Lift. Grow up, pal. I appreciate the nice comments. Head spins. Crunch. Kick forward is smooth. Kick forward is once again smooth. Restricted quite a lot by the knee pads, so I will need to change those out. Those are going to drive me insane. He's got the 4 stars on the back. And the 4 stars on the front. And the blue and red looks quite nice. He's got the elbow pad. Do I sell them? Not these ones. Not the new ones. I here and there sell my older ones. It's the 115 Punk. And then we will go ahead and open the 115 Chase Drew McIntyre in his white attire. This is from his match with Sheamus and Gunther at one of the WrestleManias. That focus is terrible in the glare. I gotta fix that sometime. Back of the box is the same Royal Rumble one though, because they don't change the boxes for chases. So the description is pretty inaccurate. He did not injure CM Punk in this gear. He fought Gunther and Sheamus and lost in this gear. He's going to have the exact same accessories as the other Drew McIntyre Elite, except for his kilt will be a different color. Alright, so once again, he comes with that same exact sword. I'm so glad he dropped the sword gimmick. He doesn't need it. It's corny. We all know he's not going to chop someone in half on live TV, as unfortunate as that might be. And then he's got his white kilt. There's the front. There's the back. When this was announced as the chase, I was very excited because I felt like the Drew McIntyres didn't have enough variety in their figures. Nothing stood out about black gears every single time. But this right here, this stands out. This is gorgeous. He's got white and gold attire with the black boots, the white and gold knee pads, his Scottish booty, and let's check his articulation. This leg is somewhat stiff. Oh, it's extremely stiff going up this way, so I'm not going to force it. And this side is perfectly fine. So I believe all but the Royal Rumble CM Punk are going to need to be heated up so far. What's up, G6W? How's it going? And there is 2 CM Punks and 2 Drew McIntyres so far. We'll go ahead and go with we'll do Kairi Sane next. AIW Live is coming soon. What's today? The 21st, maybe? Is it the 21st? So we got like 5-6 days, something like that. And we are gonna pop open Kairi. Was very excited to get Kairi because I want to expand my women's roster, and Kairi is amazing. So I'm hoping this figure is worthy of animating because I have had a few women's figures recently that, well, they looked nice, have not moved nice. Now, right out the gate, I do want to point out some issues I noticed from the initial pictures they released when they revealed these figures. And I am not very happy over it, but they gave Kairi Sane a gloved hand mold and painted skin tone over it. So I'm thinking this is the Alexa Bliss mold, maybe, possibly. But let's see if I can get it focused. You might notice, focus. That does not want to focus. Well, there's kind of an angle where you can sort of see it. This focusing is not going to work. But anyway, my problem with it is that they gave her a glove mold while the majority of her skin is still painted in her flesh tone. So she's got, it almost looks like a skin disease because she has flesh painted gloves with a little bit of paint around it. But not a fan. Not the greatest thing ever. Is it going to kill me? No. Do I like it? Also no. And then we have the umbrella, which I will say I think is an awesome accessory. So we're going to look at this. It's 2 parts. You just plug the bottom into the top. It's kind of top heavy. I don't know how well she's going to hold it, but it is a nice looking umbrella. And then we can look at Kairi Sane herself. Yeah. All right, so here Kairi Sane is, and I noticed that they did happen to... Oof, my thing does not want to focus. I need a manual focusing one. But anyway, they did paint the rest of the face under the hair, thank God. Then you look around her. She's got these really nice sculpts on her. I'm hoping they come off easily, though, because they will get in the way and get fidgety for me when I animate. An elbow pad with a cut, which is nice. The knee pads don't have a cut, so they might bother me a little bit. Let's check out her articulation. So she's got her swivel. I wish they added crunches instead of swivels on women's figures, but you know, some things just don't change. The head will be restricted by the hair in both directions, though you could force it it doesn't look pleasant when her hair is bending in a weird way. The arm goes upward, actually a pretty good amount. And it's not tight either, which women's figures don't tend to be, but sometimes they actually get too loose. As for the double jointed arm, on the side with the elbow pad is heavily restricted in comparison to the other side. Part of the reason I don't want this type of thing anymore and I want to crunch is because this gets loose. It's hard to animate small movements like that. She's got her waist swivel, which is interesting with this bulky gear around it. Her legs are nice and smooth and they're not loose, which makes me happy. She's got her thigh cut on both sides. These seem to be Alexa Bliss legs, I think. And then she is heavily restricted by those pads, which sucks because the pads actually add so much to the aesthetic of this figure, because the entire pad is also this stuff, the tassel that's sculpted. So, I'll see if I can make it work nonetheless. Angles move nicely, and they have their new swivel. So I'm glad women's figures are no longer on that old basic, just a pin where it's just hinged and that's it. But that's Kairi Sane from Elite 115. I'm probably going to have to do some touch-ups to her. Great figure aesthetically, aside from the hands. But to animate, I will have some issues if I don't make some quick changes. So that's Kairi. And this focus is so terrible. And then next, we're going to go with R-Truth. I've been excited to have an R-Truth in my collection. I was going to get the greatest hits. I missed out on it, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I'd much rather a up-to-date R-Truth. The national treasure of professional wrestling. This man is absolutely hilarious. All right, let's check him out. So he comes with a microphone, which makes sense for his entrance. Comes with 2 fisted hands. And then comes with a Judgment Day shirt that says Finn, Damien, Rhea, Dirty Dom, and R-Truth. I think it looks great. We're going to take it off, though, so we can get a better visual of the sculpt chosen and his tattoo work and his articulation. So he is on the Apollo Crews Bobby Roode torso, which I will say doesn't have the greatest backwards crunch. It is quite literally this much. The forward, however, is not so bad. I do think that this is the best torso choice in terms of aesthetics. I do wish it crunched more, but it does look like his current torso. He has no business being as ripped as they made him in the Greatest Hits and prior Elites. He's a big, jacked dude, but not that big and jacked. As for his shoulders, up nice and smooth. Elbow is nice, and down nice and smooth. And that is consistent on both sides. His tattoos, I do think, are a bit too dark. His arms seem to look better than his back. I do think it's a different type of plastic, but it also led to a different paint job where they don't look so shiny. They have more like a matte finish to them, which I think looks a lot nicer than what appears to be just a pitch black paint, because tattoo ink fades. So, yeah, I do think it should have been a bit lighter. Or just, less glaring. Yeah, that swivel is quite nice. He does not kick up very far. It's not stiff or anything. It just doesn't move very far, which is unfortunate because he is a very athletic man, but I'll find ways to work around that. As for his splits are decent. He can jump over people just fine. His knees are pinless, so it's actually surprisingly not that stiff. They move smooth. So that is nice and pleasant. And then for his shoes, they move nicely without feeling like they're going to break off. I do like Dominic Mysterio. I think he's an amazing talent, amazing character, and he's really earned his place in the business. So, yeah, there's R-Truth from Elite 115. And next up, we'll go with Tyler Bate. This one was the figure I was most excited for from the entire wave. I've been wanting a Tyler Bate. When they revealed he was in the line, you know, I was thrilled. Like Tyler Bate so much, some would call me a master of baiting. I'm even a master bait. Anyway, let's check out this Tyler Bate. I lost viewers as I said that. You guys must not be masturbators. Alright, Tyler Bate. So his robe is, of course, cloth goods, which is good, so he can move in it. He can make his entrances. It feels almost like it's a plasticky soft goods. I like it. It holds its volume a bit better this way, as you can tell. Let's get him out of this robe and into the nudism. I'm kidding. We're not going to get him entirely naked, unfortunately. Pop his hands on. Alright, so here's the back of the robe. It says Tyler Bate. It's very nice and colorful. Green, yellow, orange. I like it. And then, as for Tyler Bate himself, this is one of the best head sculpts I've seen in a while. It looks just like the man. They also use the Austin Theory torso, which I like. I'm glad that they're bringing that one back for other figures. It's a very nice torso. His head moves entirely around, ever so slightly restricted by this hair right here, but it still spins. Shoulders, very smooth. Elbows, also very smooth. Shoulder, smooth. Elbows, smooth. This crunch is very... actually, it's not as nice as I remember it being. It's not bad. The lean back is nice. The forward is about average. Nice twist right here. Very stiff on the legs, so on both legs. So he will be getting the heat treatment. The knees are stiff on the top side for that one, but the bottom half is not too stiff. Oh, holy Jesus. Same issue on both sides. So he is a stiff figure. But nothing I can't fix with a lot of boiling water. Ankles move real nice. Overall, very aesthetically pleasing. Tyler Bate, it looks amazing. I will have to do some work on him to loosen him up, though. And he comes with his pointer hands. Right here. This one has a tattoo, and this one's not, which, you know, it's because he has a tattoo on one hand and not the other. It's kind of stupid of me to say that. I'm an idiot. Anyway, next we're going to get into The Rock. The final boss Rock, that is. This is from his WrestleMania season of WrestleMania 40, where he was turning into an absolute villain. Whooping Cody Rhodes and all that fun stuff. will say this is pretty awesome to finally get a modern Rock. I know that you don't really need a modern Rock when he hasn't wrestled in 10 years. Finally he has, and finally we get a nice Rock. So, pretty thrilled about this one, despite it being in pants. But the Ultimate Edition is also modern, the modern final boss. So, I think I would rather the Ultimate Edition be the one that happens to be in ring attire. So, he comes with a SmackDown branded microphone with blue. And then, not already on him, he has the acknowledging finger, a mic holding hand, and two fisted hands right here. And then what came on him in the box was some sunglasses, which fell off pretty quickly, so need some tack to hold them on or something. He has this necklace that he's wearing. I don't like the way it sits. I also don't like its color. I think it's very plastic looking. It looks cheap, so not a fan of that. The head also is an old sculpt, I believe. The paint job, I think, is a bit different to make him look older. It looks good to me. It looks like The Rock, but it doesn't have that True Effects printing technology. And then his very expensive vest looks amazing, feels amazing, very nice cloth material. That is gorgeous from Mattel. And then he has this new torso, which has only been seen on a 3-pack with Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista. It'll also be on the upcoming Ethan Page figure, which I'm excited for. I'm glad that they made this torso because the long pecs, this does look better for an old Rock. He's not nearly as jacked as he was 10 years ago with his match with John Cena. I'd say he's still quite big, just not as shredded and defined. But it's got the longer pecs, the more flat abs. That's his back. And then I was very curious to see how it bends, and it's a very nice crunch forward and a decent crunch back. He has his new tattoo. And then arm lifts. Arm lifts. Nice and smooth. And the elbows bend just fine. That swivel might get a little loose over time. Yeah, that might be an issue over time, but for now it's fine. The kick forward is nice. With both legs, I'd say it's reasonable. Kick outward. He's not going to get a lot of range, but he's also in dress pants. What do you expect? He's going to split his pants otherwise. I do think that one of the issues with this, making the torso loose, is this is Build-A-Figure legs. So it is unnecessarily distance between the belly area and the pants. You can even see through there. You can see the light shine through. Check his leg. Holy, those are stiff. Pinless. I wish they'd just go back to pinned. Jesus. There we go. It moves great in terms of range, just very stiff. And the boots are not anything special. Can't really get any hinge out of them. I think they're on a ball joint, so they kind of wiggle here and there. We'll go ahead and throw his pricey attire back on. And there you have it, guys. That is the final boss, Rock. And that leads us to the next member of the bloodline that we will be reviewing. Solo Sikoa, Ultimate Edition. Thrilled about this figure. It's the real Tribal Chief, guys. I don't care what you say. Kidding, kind of. I do think as a character, Solo Sikoa has grown a lot in the past year. What's good, JMG? But yeah, I think Solo's done a lot of good for himself. He's proven that he is willing to work his place in the company and slowly work up. Some were calling it nepotism with all his main events, but he also ate so many losses. And I think, in a way, that is your passage, you know? You eat the right amount of losses, you earn your respect. Alrighty. I'm going to move some stuff around in the ring. I'm going to pop a chocolate because I like chocolate. Let's check it. Phenomenal chocolate. Absolutely amazing. Delicious. Make some space for the tribal chief here. All right. So, Solo comes with this nice cloth goods hoodie. Not a fan of the material. It's the type that gets it's like a microfiber. It gets my animal hair stuck to it. I gotta lint roll it every time. Probably have cat hair on it by the end of the video. But it looks nice. Just not a fan of the texture. He's got his little towel that goes over his head. And then I think this is very cool. So, one second. There's his Samoan spike thumb untaped. But this side, I think is awesome. It's a taped one, but they actually sculpted the tape. There we go. Yeah, they sculpted that tape, and it looks awesome. Makes me wonder if they sculpted the tape on his closed hand, which we'll find out soon. But we also have his acknowledgement hands, the We the Ones. And they did sculpt the tape on this one as well. I wonder if that's just going to be an Ultimate Edition thing, or it's going to be for Elites too. Wait, did you just call him? Yes, he is my tribal chief. He is Solo Sikoa, the chief. I love you, Solo. Now, along with what head he comes wearing, he also has this angry, snarky, pissed off Solo Sikoa look. Let me try to get lighting in front of it. Like that. There we go. And then he has his angry yelling Solo, which looks like Tongaloa, I'm not gonna lie. Paint the hair black, that's Tongaloa. I'm glad you do. I like Solo. He's grown into his shoes. How late are you? You're about 45 minutes late, and 8.5 figures late. But you know, stay in here, and we're still going. So, you know, better late than never. All right, this is the Ultimate Edition, Solo Sikoa. And he comes with a messed up head sculpt. Nice. It's okay. I have the Elite. There is excess plastic on his cheekbone, which also has paint or glue on it. So that's not the most happy-go-lucky thing ever. Jesus, my focusing thing does not want to cooperate. There we go. On his cheekbone, as you can tell. Not happy with that, but I've got the Elite, which I also intend to use for comparison. So, let me throw all the boxes on the floor real quick. Alright, let's find my Solo Sikoa Elite, because we are stealing his head sculpt. I'll let you guys admire the tribal chief right here real quick, though. the real chief, Solo Sikoa, as I attempt to find my old Elite Top Picks Sikoa. Oh boy. I'm great at losing stuff. It's one of my many talents, like losing other stuff as well. That's another one of my talents. Jesus. I found Jay, and I found Jay again. I'm not looking for Kevin Owens. I found Jimmy. I found Jimmy again. I need the other Uso brother. I'm not talking about Sami Zayn. Okay. Man, I don't know if you guys are getting this elite comparison. He might be at the bottom of my doll bucket. Yep, no elite comparison today. Hate to break it to you guys. I know. Fake Trouble Chife. He's the real Trouble Chife. That is my real Trouble Chife right there. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Solo Sikoa on the brand new Ultimate Edition body mold. Arms move nice and smoothly on both sides. Elbows are nice. I don't understand how they can get the elbows moving so nice, but not the knees that are pinless. So his backwards bend and his forwards bend. The forward is actually really nice. I like that. And then he's got his butterfly joints, which allow for him to touch his to lose his shoulder. I was going to say touch his opposite shoulder, which he also can do if you bend the elbow a little bit. Lowers perfectly fine. Can look around, nice and sexy. And then this part spins. And along with that, this part also spins all the way around. His foot can kick up that high without using the drop down. Use the drop down and let's see. You're looking at about that high, which is pretty nice in comparison to that. Now I know at that angle you can't really tell as well, but this one is higher by a little bit. Very smooth on both legs. You do got to be careful with the drop downs though, because you don't want to get it stuck and break. Smooth on the outward. Yeah, I haven't had those tight joint issues with Ultimates, so that does make me happy because obviously we're paying the higher price for Ultimate Edition figures. And then, well, that is in the ball joints, but I mean that wasn't too stiff. But pinless joints in the knees. Oh yeah, this one's fine. Yeah, so not even a problem on that. Now I do feel like his ankles are kind of skinny, which is interesting. It's like the skinniest ankles I've seen on a Mattel figure. But and as long as he stands, I'm good. I don't think his legs look as skinny as people are saying, but I do think that weirdly his ankles look skinny. And he's got his toe articulation. Love the Tribal Chief's toes. And that is Solo Sikoa for you. And I'm pretty satisfied with this figure. Yeah. And on to Fergal Devitt, Finn Balor. So, Finn Balor also has a brand new Ultimate Edition torso that matches his abs. Apparently people were complaining that they were uneven, but quite literally that is his genetics. As you can see on the back of the box, it's his genetics. This is from one of the times. I don't know when it's from, what event or anything. And we're going to cut open this box. And take out the Prince Finn Balor. And mine has a scuff on his nose. I am going to jump off a bridge. Okay. This is going to take some fighting to get his accessories out. Next one. There's his arms. Shirt. Jacket. Fist and fist. He comes with a very nice amount of accessories. All right. Let's check this bad boy out. Freckle Devitt here. And we'll start with the accessories. He comes with his jacket that we've seen before on his Elite 111, I think. And then this brand new shirt, which I think looks very nice. It is seamless, so we have a front and back printing of the Judgment Day. This has Rhea and Priest on it, so obviously it's no longer accurate. And that's the other side. Looks awesome. Then he comes with his arms that have his tattoos, not covered by sleeves, and I do think this is a very nice touch to add. I always had wanted his little dinosaur tattoo. I thought it was kind of badass. So if it focuses, it's on his forearm. It's a little tiny dinosaur his son drew, I believe. And then we've got this head sculpt, which we saw on the 107, I want to say. Right here. And it's a solid Finn Balor head sculpt. Much better than this head sculpt, which we saw on the 111. And it's also way prior to True Effects. It looks bad. It's just bad. The beard lengths are different. And then, kind of crazy, once again, a different beard length on the brand new sculpts. I wish they would have just at least shortened the beard a little bit so it matched the others. It's a smiley one. I doubt you could see it too much, but on his nose, he's got a scuff. I'm going to try to get rid of that. And then we'll get into his articulation. So, the head rotates all the way around. Shoulders are smooth. Elbows. Okay, they needed a little aggression the first time, but they should be smooth later. This side was much better. That body truly is on point, yeah. I think it looks amazing. Very glad that they actually sculpted a special sculpt for Balor, because I was getting tired of the, the usual generic sculpt for the elites. Like they gave Logan Paul and Finn Balor the same body. Two entirely different builds, you know? This one is much better. It's a slim, very nice cut. He's got the X right here. Tattoo right here. And then the crunch, very on point. About as much as an elite. And the backwards bend is very nice for an ultimate. And then the forward kick, nice and smooth on both legs. And let's see what that drop down can do. With the drop down, you don't get a whole lot more. Yeah, I'm not going to lie and say it's a whole lot more on this one. You get like maybe half an inch. It's about that much right there. And then the knees are actually decently smooth in comparison to the Elites that we've recently gotten. Oh, that one just needed to break free. Yeah, those are smooth. I like it. And then for the shoes, those are nice. Oof, that one's not great. That one's a bit too stiff. You want to hold the ankle in order to not break out of that socket and permanently damage. So still not a fan of the shoe molds overall. I don't know. I think it's definitely a weak point. There needs to be a longer peg or something that's not going to snap. Or maybe put it the other way where the peg goes into the shoe. I don't know. But not a huge fan of it. I think it should be more like the Cena Ultimate where the cut's up here. And then they have the shoe, which is separate. And like it's pegged on and, with that ankle rocking. And then the cut is right here. I think it would make more sense and it wouldn't break. I do not have Eddie Guerrero. On the back, he's got his little piece right here, and it does not come off like the Cena one does. It's not a huge deal. I do kind of wish it did come off, but nothing that's going to ruin the figure. As for the butterflies, can he touch his shoulder? He can. And let's look at that backwards. You could totally get a nice pedigree with that. The even cross. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad we got Balor. We got an Ultimate Balor. We have an Ultimate Dom. There's an Ultimate Rhea with a ring. I wish they didn't put her with the damn ring because now I'm not going to get her. We got the Ultimate Priest coming up. I doubt we're getting an Ultimate JD anytime soon. I just want to say that. Liv is a maybe, and I wouldn't mind a Liv. That'd be kind of awesome. Carlito, I highly doubt as well. But, if they increase the line, maybe make lines of 4 or waves of 4, yeah. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, that is my massive haul of 10 figures. And just to get a little bit more time, let's review this chocolate right here, see if it's any good. All right. I think it's a milk chocolate. Look at that. That is beautiful. Let's shove it in my mouth. That is delicious. Okay. Let's try one more because sometimes I like being fat. This one right here. Also delicious. Yeah, real good. All right. I'll probably be live tonight animating. But I just thought I'd open all these figures on live for you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And then tune in tonight when I animate. I'm going to probably pump out animations with the new figures. Probably get like a GTS to do. Elbow drop and by Punk. Insane elbow by Kairi. Could do a rock bottom. A Tyler Bate. Maybe a spiral tap. I doubt it though. Maybe a Tyler driver. Maybe an AA with R-Truth. Samoan Spike. I got Claymore. DDT. The Hammerlock DDT. Finn Balor. You could do a 1916. A coup de grace. I got a lot of options tonight to animate. So yeah, hop on the stream tonight with me. We'll animate for a couple hours, have a good time, and drink Monster. But that's all for this stream, guys. I appreciate everyone joining in. I will be back tonight. I also will more than likely be back tomorrow. Yeah, keep at it, guys. I know you guys are all working hard. You got school, you're animating, you're just doing your jobs. So yeah, keep your head up. Keep on working. It pays off eventually, I think. I don't know. It hasn't paid off yet, but like, we've got dreams. Chase towards them. See you guys. Bye.